Hey, it's Shane with GotRom.com. I want to tell you about a book I read recently which I thought was really good. It's The Mindful Athlete, The Secrets to Pure Performance by George Mumford. George Mumford is a meditation teacher, and he is a consultant to Phil Jackson and the Chicago Bulls and all these kind of like high-level NBA superstars. And what he teaches them is what he calls a superpower, which is essentially mindfulness. So you may or may not know that meditation and mindfulness is something that I'm big into. But I wanted to read a quote from his book that I thought was very appropriate for my audience. And what he said is, "Pain brought me to mindfulness, not any desire to reach nirvana or pop out of a chrysalis. It was unlearning certain habits and thought patterns hardwired in my brain and walking through my pain rather than avoiding it. And that ultimately put me on a joyful journey of self-discovery." So why I thought that was appropriate for my audience is very often people come to me and they're in a lot of pain and they have no hope that they're ever going to be out of that pain. What they don't realize is that pain is the thing that brings all of us to a greater level of self-care, body care, mobility, flexibility, fitness, whatever it may be. So it's actually not a bad thing. It can be the thing that leads you to developing what George Mumford calls a superpower, which is mindfulness. And if you adopt the mindset that your pain is actually ultimately going to be for your good, then all of the work that you're doing, the stretching and the massage and the mobility work and the chiropractic work and the physical therapy and all this, it takes on a different light. It can become a mindfulness practice in and of itself. So instead of just mindlessly laying on the ground and smashing your body with various instruments and stretching and kind of doing it because you got to get rid of this pain, it can become kind of like a skill practice. Maybe your workouts in the gym, which used to be for maximum fitness, kind of they take on a new light of being done more mindfully and become more graceful and more artistic and more skill practice rather than exercise. So I would encourage you, if you don't already have some kind of a mindfulness practice, it doesn't have to be formal sitting like a Zen master for an hour right from the get-go, but start to turn your mobility practice, your stretching practice, into a mindfulness practice and an opportunity to practice being more concentrated and more relaxed at the same time. That's essentially what mindfulness is. You're more focused, and at the same time you're more relaxed. That's the magic kind of combination. So when you're stretching, when you're doing self-massage, even when you're working out, how focused can you be? How relaxed can you be? And see how much you can develop that superpower that George calls mindfulness. So give it a shot.
Yeah.